Oh my gosh. Okay, got it working. Wait a minute. Oops. Gotta think about the flare here. Do this, but I gotta change some things. Okay, hold on a second. I've done this before. So there should be images here that I can use. Let's see if I'm right. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just go to this. It's gonna be a gross looking stream, but whatever. Yeah, Ryzen. Space Channel 5 was so good. There's no more of it. That's it. Those were all the games. All right. Wait. I should have had a save file. Okay, yeah. But I think I've done this one already. Yeah. Wait. No. Oh, this is the casino race. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. This is great. I can actually look at that.
What do you want? Wait a minute. What do you think this is? What a scam! That's of 2 million space credits! Ha! What can I do with this one coin?
God, this music is so good.
You're the famous Falcon. Please, I beg of you, enter the bet race.
What? Wait.
Please, consider it an old man's last request.
Just calm down.
We will shortly be closing registration for the next race.
The next race is going to start.
Hey, where do you think you're taking me? Wait.
Just perfect.
Okay. Good news. I was able to, in that time, I was able to, hold on a second. Able to look at this video game. All right. The only problem is that it looks like it's not. It's a little bit less than 4:3. There's that like black bar there, but I think we can let that slide. Ever seen an F-Zero game? Oh man. This is the best F-Zero game. Not to mention, I mean, just I think it's probably one of the best games ever made. I don't know what to do for this race. Hopefully it's not this bad. Sorry to repeat, I don't know what to catch your attention about your Switch. Have you done a system update or tried to, if the issue persists, power off then initialize without deleting save data. The initialization I haven't done. But yeah, I did. After I had these issues, there was a system update. Maybe there's another one since then. Oh. So I should check that. Okay, it's gonna take a minute to get the feeling back. But I appreciate the help. Oh, it's getting a little choppy there. God damn it! I thought I'd solved the chop. Maybe this is just something happening on my. Maybe it's my display. I did switch it over into Vulcan. I don't remember what boost is. Oh my god. Yeah, that's. Hold on a second. I'm not okay with that stuttering. That's gross. Yeah, Trey, that entire track is 90-degree turns. Hold on a second. I'll just put it back. It was on OpenGL. I had thought the world had moved along, but maybe not. That's what I get for being fancy boy. Okay. Oh, Sandra, hey. No chop for me. I mean, it's frame stutter on my end. It would probably be pretty hard to tell, especially if you're not watching in 60 FPS, which some people maybe are not doing. Emulators are also stuttery. Yeah, that could be the case. It could just be the emulator. I don't know. A Dolphin seemed like it was pretty rock solid. Last time I played F-Zero GX, I don't recall there being a lot of stutter, but it's possible there was. Maybe that's just it. Like, the menus don't stutter at all. It is a rock solid 60 FPS. And I don't remember the... Maybe it is just... Yeah, maybe it is just when you're in a race, but that would be weird. Like, the intros are all 100% very, very high frame rate. I just need those frames, baby. I guess there was a stutter there, so it happens. Oh! Maybe turning on VSync would help? Who knows? Yeah, it's dropping frames too. Oh, whatever. Oh!
Of course. Mission.
Whew.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. Ooh. No worries, Pop-Tart. I think it'll be fine. I bought another battery already. On Amazon, it's not that hard to find, so... And yeah, the battery replacement is trivial, so I'll just give that a shot. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and try those steps that you mentioned. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the boost button is. What? Oh, it's... Wait, I did it, right? Oh, okay, there it is. Alright. I couldn't remember what I bound that trigger to. Who knows? I might still make it. Now that I have the power of boost. Oops.
Of course.
Oops. Oh.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, I think I need to spice up the sidebar with a little Captain Falcon dance. This is not the story on hard or very hard. That's when F-Zero gets real. I don't recall these being so tough on normal. Maybe they were, but definitely it gets so much worse. Like, I'm already in first. Mario Kart in space? Different kind of racing game, but I can see why it would seem that way. Oh, I absolutely need to jack up my acceleration, or sorry, my max speed. It's actually the opposite of jacking up acceleration. So, and that's the other thing about it, is like, once you get boost and you hit the right jump pads, you can basically shortcut the S-curves. Shit. Fuck. No! Oh, it was the last turn. Oh man, dang it! I was like, I can boost through this because the charging strip's right there, baby. I come through this turn, I hit that charging strip, I go right to the end. But let me gear a little towards max speed here. That'll help in the first laps, I think. Damn, this game rules. This does kind of, like, the upscaling is incredible, but there's something to be said for the utter reliance of running shit on the right hardware. Don't get any frame stutters and a GameCube cranking out a 640 by 480 image. Yeah! Yeah! Terrible, terrible idea. Fuck that up good. That's right. Can't spell F-Zero without F. Well said. Oh! That sucked. Especially with the, like, going more towards top-end speed. Can't be balking into no walls. Fuck! I missed it again! Alright, alright. No!
Yeah, the final lap.
Gotta go 11 positions in 1 lap. Ugh. Yeah, that frame stutter's bad. I remember being like that. Fuck!
Of course.
Maybe I gotta turn down some of the graphics. I can't tell if it's that or if it's something else. Dang it. I'll just keep trying. It looks so good though.
2, 1, go.
This isn't Wipeout. I don't have to I don't have to mail order all of my turns. I don't gotta write him an email. I can just hit the stick and the game will respond. Despite being an anti-gravity racer, I did always appreciate how on rails the cars were. At least when they're on the ground, obviously, or not drifting. It's weird that, like, F-Zero cars can lose traction, start sliding, and then they get that, like, re-entry cone of heat over them. It's so cool looking. Like that. Just all these little effects to try and sell how fast they are. Ah! Oh, that was bad. Oh my god. Not F-Zero. Or sorry, not Wipeout still. It's fine. It's fine. It may not be fine, but maybe it's fine. Yeah, that I gotta figure out that frame stuff. Maybe I can turn down some of the anti-aliasing and stuff. Ugh. This is usually just how Dolphin works. Oh, really? Run it at native stuff and it should be better. Okay, I'll try that. 1 second. I'm glad that you guys have more experience with Dolphin than I do. I've never really messed with this. I had a Wii U, and that kind of did enough retro stuff for me that it never really bothered me. But will VSync help? Let's see, run it at native. Is there anything specifically that? Let's see here. I'll try this. I'll roll back the upscaling until it doesn't stutter so much. We'll see if that works. Or I'll run it at native. Screw it. Okay. Turn off graphics enhancements. All of them? Yeah, maybe I'll wipe it all back, and then if it works buttery smooth, then I can step it on as I feel the need to. Oh man, no anisotropy. We're going all the way back, boys. Going all the way back to 2003. Didn't that actually take? Hold on. I always feel weird when I don't hit like an OK or a save button to commit changes. It always makes me think something's up. Okay. Makes me not trust it. Have to go to make supper. I'll be back later. Good luck with the F-zeroing. Effing and zeroing. Oh, there's gonna be no F's around here. None. Alright. Oh, Vader Raid? What's up? Not much, man. Just playing some dang video games. Feels good. I've been doing a lot of like work stuff lately, so it feels good to be back in the saddle. Don't upscale, yeah. Oh man, I just realized Metroid Prime probably looks incredible. Do not turn on VSync. Tester saying VSync will crash the game after the amount of times. Okay. Yeah, this is 2003 vision. I am impressed with how... Wow, it already stuttering. Okay, it doesn't... I was worried about that. Like, it's something else. I think it might be my monitor. I think it might actually be my monitor. My monitor may not be, like, displaying frame data that it's getting or something. Because this happens in a couple of instances. Ugh, like, it keeps dropping frames, or I keep not seeing frames in with Game Capture and Game Capture HD. It looks like it's doing the same thing here, where it'll just like kind of randomly stutter and then click back in. I'm trying to think. There it went again. I can see it in Capture too. So like, if I record the display, well, I guess that's display though. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can test the data being sent to the monitor independently of what the monitor is sending me or showing me, to see if, like, well, you're getting a frame but you're not showing one. What's up with that? Oh shit! I think we're good. Never upscale. That's the biggest performance hit. I mean, I've got so much. I have so many resources though, Trey. My computer should be able to do that. It should be able to upscale something, even running in an emulator.
Once again, Black Shadow is running riot.
Oh, frame counter? That's a good idea.
To evacuate immediately. We repeat, all citizens are
well, the problem is the frame counter would still be rendered by the machine and being sent to my monitor. So I guess I'd have to look for moments at which the frame counter jumps a frame. Yeah, maybe. Could also be the legitimate game cart. Really? That can cause that sort of issue? The legitimate game disc? Oh yeah, I gotta go to the store. Customize? Yeah. That's a software bottleneck. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Is there a way to do one for GPU output and one for monitor? I don't know. That'd be fun. Or that'd be the sort of tool that it sounds like I need right now.
You can use machines with memory data. Who found it?
Mr. Cyberstream this morning, was there anything that stood out to you, or should I go back and watch the VOD? Husbus, it was all pretty straightforward news, really. Not a lot to have takes on, I don't think. The lore was cool. The anime announcement was very cool. Test it versus stream to see if it happens consistently in the Dolphin output or video itself. I'll read the first part, sorry. First part of what? Come on, I gotta race. I looked at the wiki stuff. It says if you collide with anyone in the first cup, the game can start to hang, but I don't know how true that is. Oh. Alright, I guess we'll find. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, that could be it. Who knows? It's playable enough. Oh. Ugh. Stutters. Blurg. Yeah, it doesn't happen in like AAA games, I've noticed, but it is a recurring issue in other games. So I wonder if it has to do with a particular display mode or a render driver that's malfunctioning on my PC. Like maybe there's a way that you just draw shit in Windows, and certain programs use that calling method that's bottlenecking somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I gotta flatten and reinstall Windows. Maybe I gotta do that. Maybe it's time I start poking into some of those super fast NVMEs. I don't know. I've been feeling maybe it's time to do a system refresh. Who knows? I've installed some things on this machine.
Yeah, the final lap.
Oh, that was a bad idea. I wanted to do the twirl, not the boost. That was bad. I forgot I had boosts for the second lap there. That's okay. I'm just doing it for the tickets. This game was composed by the guy who does the music for the Yakuza series, and the director is the guy who would direct those games too. No shit. Well, this game has incredible music and is a wonderful, wonderful production. So. They used a video on Dolphin settings to eliminate these frame rate issues, so it seems Dolphin has a problem. Ah! Penguinicorn, if I may impose, what are the settings? Had this on GameCube when I was younger, but sucked at it. Oh, Kraken Hunter, man, this game is so good. And yes, everyone sucked at this game. Is this the most recent F-Zero game? No. There were some on GameCube, or sorry, Game Boy Advance, that were for, tied to an anime they tried to do for F-Zero. Come on, let me knock somebody out. There we go. Now I'm guaranteed at least 29. Ugh. Jesus. Oh, stutter. Okay. Dang it. Urgh. I was getting a little liberal with the knocking around there. Yeah. No, no, I didn't mean to hit that. If somebody nicks me, I'm gonna die. Woo! Ah. Fuck. Cool. Getting a rival's a pretty good win. But just like in real life, the next rival's immediately up. Oh! Oh! Hydro CPU utilization. Good question. High, but not consumed. Yeah, Risky, I never drifted very much. I never really learned how to snake either. There's no boost fire. Spin attacking over and over is what's making you lose. What do you mean boost fire? I'm trying to kill people. Also, I contest that I'm losing. It's a Grand Prix. If you can knock somebody out of a race, you basically eliminate them from Grand Prix standings in general. Make sure skip EFB access from CPU and every track will run silky smooth after that. Alright, hold on a second. Might have to start this. I don't know if I can change that in the middle of it, but I'll try it. Hit a boost if you let go of acceleration. That's oh Neku, yeah, thank you. I remember hearing about that in a speedrun, how if you let go of acceleration, it doesn't accelerate you or decelerate you as fast. Skip EFP access. Okay. Ignores any request from the CPU to read or write from the EFB. Creating performance will disable all EFB graphical effects or gameplay related functions. Here, let me here, I'll restart. I'm gonna tempt fate. I'm gonna assume that since since changing the scaling and the enhancements didn't change anything, that I can go ahead and re-enhance. Let's see if it works. But yeah, I gotta how does running an emulator work on PC? You just run it like a program, really? I thought I saw a frame drop there, but it was like that can be like a scene switching drop. Oh. Spider-Man, thank you for the resub. Go to this one this time. So it's constantly new content. Husbust, thank you for the sub. Jojo Power Rangers, thanks for the resub. Neku, thank you for the prime sub. Gafgarian, appreciate the sub. S15 Costuming, thank you for the raid again. Major Blue, and Spider-Man, thank you guys for the subs. Could be a GPU problem. The GPU and CPU performances are so low. Yeah, it stutters every time it has to change scenes. I think this might be a little too upscaled. Yeah, that honkety honk right there is... That tells me it's performance. Maybe once the engine's going. Ugh. Oh boy. We'll try it. Maybe once it gets everything all resident and loaded and... No, okay. Yeah, when it has to page in and out assets, it looks like it's doing a little too much work. God, that looks so good though. I might just change it to 1080. Oh! Ow! Yeah. I mean, that looks like it's honestly... I think it's a Dolphin thing, yeah. I'll change it back to, now that I've ticked that one box, I'll just change it back to basics. Okay. It's worse, yeah, for sure. What's GCHD, John? Is that a GameCube with like a HD out? If so, I'm gonna need to know about that. Part of me wants to like really get into collecting and running stuff on OG hardware, but the other part of me is like that is a
Machine with memory data.
I'm using OpenGL, not Vulkan. I tried Vulkan and that didn't seem to have any effect on the stutters. Yeah, man, tumbling down that rabbit hole, I'm gonna get consumed by it. And also, I just don't have space, man. If I had like a whole rack to put consoles and stuff in, you'd never hear from me again. Oh, Super Castlevania 4 is a great game. I really like that game. It's actually an easier Castlevania too, so it's a bit of a smoother ride. Oh yeah, I paid for the hell out of this game a while ago. this is pretty on. Oh, nope, there it was. Never mind. Ah, whatever. This is playable. Yeah. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna say this out loud right now because it just occurred to me. Y'all need to remind me if I forget, because I might forget. After this, I'm gonna play Typing of the Dead Overkill. Let me remind me of that. Because I might forget it. Ooh. That's wild, because you have no idea what side of the tube you're on at the end of that, usually. Hiya. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to try to do the boost thing. That was weird. It seemed like I slowed down crazy. Okay, maybe I wasn't going max speed. Okay, so I guess you... Okay, I think I understand. You have to... Do you have to like hold acceleration while you... and then let go? And then once you're at 1,000, like go back on the gas? It seems like it's a pretty slight advantage. Or you don't really stay like at max speed for all that longer of time. Right. Ah, okay. I always love the higher intensity versions of all these tracks in the last lap. This one has the shredding guitar. You know, it's weird. I always found it weird that F-Zero X had such a weirdly kind of corny heavy metal shredding guitar vibe to it, whereas GX was much more like synthy and futuristic, but this track sounds like an F-Zero X track. The menu music of F-Zero X is pretty great, though. It's so stupid. I probably should have just straight boosted through it. I tried to get cheeky. I can't avoid bopping a racer. Oh, did you see John's explanation of what GCHD is? I did not. Allow me to tab out of my GameCube and scroll up here. Also, John, how you doing, man? Oh, it's a device that plugs into the back of GameCube and converts it directly to an HDMI out. Ah, okay. Yeah, the oldest console that I still actively use is a PS3 because it has backwards compatibility, but it would be nice, I think. I saw the Tower of Power you were working on about getting everything running through a clean switch. Man, it's so good. Google Foo brings a lot of people saying this game stutters because of the shader compilation and setting it to compile shaders before starting is the fix. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see here. Graphics General Shader Compilation. Compile shaders before starting. Okay. I'm gonna put it on Vulkan. I just respect Vulkan, you know? Yeah, Rhythm Heaven Fever is so good. Gamer Guy Bix, thank you for the sub. Got a gift sub before. Had to keep it up since you're seriously one of my favorite online personalities. Never stop making amazing content and never stop being the quintessential gamer. I agree to both those things. That seems like a good bargain to me. That's So Raven 2. I need to beat That's So Raven because I still don't know what is So Raven. Okay, actually, here, let's... Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go for broke here. Go for broke! What is that from? It's from a fighting game. Fuck. I can't remember which one. It's one of the Street Fighters, maybe? Capcom fighting games had the best announcers for a streak there. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fly in the face of God. MSAA is a lot faster and cheaper than SSAA, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Also, anti-aliasing only matters so much when you're running in crystal clear 1440p. Was it Guilty Gear? No, Guilty Gear is heaven or hell. Do what? Let's rock. Nah, 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 nah. Guilty Gear, the thinking man's fighting game. That looks pretty clean. You play typing, like dead typing thing? Yeah. I'm not done with this yet, though. Let's see if this did it. Everything has been rock solid 60 so far, even in the intro. But Deep Space Waifu. Oh yeah, I need to start Subnautica. I'm giving myself just like permission to be completely flighty and impulsive today. This is me like taking a vacation from video. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I always wanted to learn Guilty Gear, but the way that that game literalizes every like mechanic, and it's so input complicated. Oh yeah, uh-oh. I saw some stutters there. Ring fitness I can't do because I'm on almost no calories. Like the diet actually said, try to minimize activity in the first week while your body adjusts. So. Okay, yeah, it's still stuttering, but it's a lot better. Also, I have it on maximum graphics, so it's possible that it would be super, super buttery. It does seem like it's a lot more consistent, though. Seems like maybe there are particular turns. It seems like it hits pretty hard. It seems like the stuttering is actually just as prevalent as it used to be. So, sometimes I wonder if I'm using a RAID setup, a RAID with M2 drives, and sometimes I wonder, like, RAID controllers can be fine, but I feel like even if it's ostensibly for more performance, sometimes complicating a setup just leads to performance bottlenecks. Kind of like people that tried to do whatever the NVIDIA thing was with having 2 video cards. Like, it would just cause issues because nobody ever built pipelines for that sort of thing. They just assumed that everybody had one video card. I forgot to boost. God damn it. Ouch. DeWill, thank you for the cheer. Yeah, I saw the new trailer. They showed it on Night City Wire. SLI, that was it. Thank you. Almost never heard of a good story with RAID. I've had luck. I mostly just use RAID to combine hard drives into one giant chunk of usable space. So right now I have 4 terabytes solid state storage because I have a RAIDed drive. Maybe I'll use that. Maybe I'll use that drive as my storage drive, and then buy one of those new NVMe drives. Hopefully that doesn't hit some kind of like bottleneck in my PCI, my buses or anything. I know sometimes too, using like RAID can take up transfer buses that will make other drives just not work sometimes. So that's always fun. Damn it. Shit.
Of course! Retire.
I have a 4 terabyte SSD now. Yeah. SSD storage has exploded and it's been awesome.
You can use machines with memory data. Blue Falcon.
That's not the issue. All the assets are in RAM right now. Well, sort of. There's still a lot of paging back and forth, but I guess that should be the case. I guess that's true, yeah. Modern stuff does buffer to RAM. Especially if it has enough RAM. I'm kind of used to thinking more in like ancient PC terms where even during gameplay things would page back and forth from the hard drive to RAM. But that's not, especially in this case, not the issue anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just some software thing. It's fighting. Or that's just Dolphin, you know? Maybe the thing that people keep saying is actually the truth. Alright, hold on. I'll just put it back at base settings because it seemed like it was the least affected there. And that'll be that. We'll just play that. We'll just play that. It's okay. We'll just play that. Get close. No way this is paging? Yeah, you're right. There's no way. Especially during gameplay like that. That was some old thunking on my part. There's 0 chance this is paging. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oops, wrong scene. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles? I'm more of a waffle guy. Software? Okay. Yeah. I can't do much about that then. It's so tempting to think that if you can throw unlimited resources at a software bottleneck and then bottleneck won't be there anymore. But yeah, sometimes I guess software can only do so much. Yeah, I think waffles win just because they at least have a variety of textures. That's making me really hungry. It's past my lunchtime. Alright, I'll do this Grand Prix, see if I can afford the next story mission. No! I might do a couple races. I should actually probably stop now, but I've been tinkering with settings so much I want to play a little bit. Oh boy, it's already stuttering. Oh well. God! Ah well. And also, chat, I want to thank you guys for Googling and watching and like tossing out troubleshooting tips. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And it is certainly not my or anyone's fault that the game is running less than perfectly. Yeah, this is what owning a GameCube is for, I guess. Frick. I guess I'm still back to square one though. Because if it's a console, then that means I have to run it through my other Elgato that has stutter in it too, so actually GameCube wouldn't help here. It's not a good way for me to me, like, the solving the display bottleneck is the next thing I'm gonna do. I put a deposit down on an HDMI 2.1 monitor, but they're not out yet. So it's frustrating because the 2.1 looks really good. It looks like it's gonna kind of solve all my problems, which is relying on DisplayPort for transfer speeds. Having it all be HDMI is gonna be so comfy. And there are easy ways to split the audio out of an HDMI signal too, so I'm not worried about the audio routing so much. I think at that point I might need to get a mixed deck. Are there inline devices that normalize audio volume? I guess a mixed deck might do that, depending on the model. That'd be nice. It's so tempting to think about a future where I don't have to do anything. Like, it's all set to run in a very specific way, but I should know better. I should know better than to think that reality is possible. Shit! Well, it's the first race. I don't have to go crazy killing people yet. Tried to do it there. Maybe? Makes a cool sound. A little different than the like Super Nintendo little engine fart. Oops, I wanted to use brake, but I forgot the button. Well, you shouldn't switch your PC to HDMI. Keep that with DisplayPort, but for consoles, you should do HDMI everything. Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that like switching between two different video standards is a nightmare for streaming. It like that means at least you at least need hardware switches to do that. Which is, you know, people do it. It's not that hard. The big problem is that the display that I have just doesn't have HDMI in. And I've tried to use HDMI to like DisplayPort cables. That doesn't work. I could use a powered one, but then I have to physically plug and unplug cables at that point, and it's just maybe that's the solution, but is that just one frame? Oh, for first place? I didn't look at the standings. I don't think it's split. I don't think it's in frames. I think it's in time, but I guess I don't know what it is. But. Holy shit! Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome back, JC. I have a DVI to HDMI cable and it works pretty well. Yeah, DVI is not the issue. There must be more like handshaking that occurs with HDMI and DisplayPort or something. What's weird is I remember last time I played this, I don't recall it being that stuttery, and so either I forgot about it or it wasn't happening then, which means that between now and then, maybe I installed something on my computer that's doing that, and I don't know what it is. I have had to install some junk, I'll admit, like just various game launchers and Premiere plugins that didn't work. And then you try to uninstall it and you're not sure if it actually uninstalled or not because the uninstaller crashed, that kind of thing. I think I've done some registry tweaking to do mods for games. Stuff that shouldn't matter, but feels like it might. Expert F-Zero tactic of boosting into somebody's back. Only the wisest F-Zero drivers do it. I never did learn how to efficiently go through that tube S-curve. It's supposed to be on the inside or the outside? It always just seemed a little chaotic to me. Ah! Ah, jeez. Oh. God, the stuttering is so bad. It's okay. Winners never quit. What did Captain Falcon teach me? Did he like stay on the bottom? Damn it! Fuck. Ugh. Stutter. Like when other cars pass you. God damn it.
Retire.
Crap. Crap.
3, 2, 1, go!
Rival. I'll catch up to your power level someday. God, yeah, this part sucks. Like, it is something. It has to be something related to performance because that hallway with all the boosts, the frame rate gets real bad. Yeah. I love how your little portrait spins when you do the twirl. Fuck. Oh. Hey, Andrew. Oh, God. Gotta concentrate. Man. Logan Schultz, thank you for the sub. Jomwood, thank you. Jasona, thanks for the prime. Tyro, thanks for the raid. Choked a little bit, yeah. That part at the end was not clean. That's okay, though. How we doing in the standings? Still number one, baby. It's a Grand Prix. You don't have to get first to win. Oh, this course is fun. Hello, Shiny Marek. Yeah, at least I finished. I think this has the same song as the story mission. Yeah, it does. Really classy. I'm coming for you. Oh, he faked me. He faked me out. He knew I wanted to murder. I had that Saki. Scrape the paint a little bit, no big deal. Oh!
Of course! Retire.
Didn't work. Did not work.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Where you going, asshole? Oh! You're mine now. No, maybe not. Crap. Oh! Dude! Oh! want to murder you. Oh no!
You got boost power.
Shit! Gotta remember, you can't turn at all after a spin attack because you'll drift immediately. That's the trade-off. Timing is supposed to be for like... Damn it! Also, I think just after a boost, if you input, you'll start sliding immediately. Fuck! Where did you come from, you ass? How dare you? Oh! Damn! Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, the final lap.
Fuck! What happened? I mean, I could have just let him go. I could have just done that. I could have not tried to murder somebody for no reason.
Of course. Retire.
I nudged towards the ramp, and I was like, nah, I don't think I want to take the ramp. And that alone was enough to make me lose traction and spin right off the course. That immediately made the car slide. And before I could even know that I was sliding, I was dead. Oh my gosh. Fuck! Didn't The Last of Us teach you anything? It should have. Namely that I guess AI racers can knock me directly into a wall. I was not the last of them. Yeah, I remember on harder difficulties of the Grand Prix, if you didn't kill your rival 2 or 3 times over the course of the Grand Prix, you just, it's very unlikely you were going to make first. I remember, like, the first lap of the race is prime territory for that since you can't boost. Everyone is kind of more in formation and it's a little easier to creep up on people if you have a car with good boost or good top speed. So you can just kind of sidle around and up to somebody and shoulder check them and then make sure they don't get any points for an entire round. Something like that would be the single godsend opportunity you need to even have the other Grand Prix be viable.
You got boost power.
Also, I don't remember if the rubber banding totally happens in the story. Like they don't even try to hide it, but I can't remember if the Grand Prix has rubber banding. I don't think it does actually. Fuck. Aside from choking, there's also that. The better I do, the fewer frames I get. Fuck! Tried to be fancy with that and it did not work. Okay,
Yeah, the final lap.
got a pretty good lead. I don't remember which side has the charging strip.
Of course.
So the track was there, and then for me, the split track was just in perspective, so it looked like it was the road, but it was further away, and it was split. So I was like, oh, I have more. I saw a boost pad, so I was like, okay, I'll plot a wide turn. Damn it! Oh, you only get so many lives. Okay. Heartbreaking. Absolutely. I can't finish a Grand Prix. Okay. I'll switch to typing of the dead. Be right back. God, what an ending, huh?